Hey guys, welcome back. So today I am going to give you my everyday go-to summer look. This is super easy. It does reflect some of the products that I mentioned in my summer beauty must-haves. So I'm really excited to go over everything with you. Super simple, super easy, glowy, tan, just a great look overall, okay? So let's do it. First things first, I always start with my skincare. Skincare is the most important part of any makeup application, okay? So as you know, I love my Doterra Virage skincare line. I just toned everything, and now I'm gonna go in with the Virage moisturizer. I'm going to add 1 drop of frankincense to this. If you guys like more of a glowy look and your skin gets a little dry during the summer, then you can add the Virage serum to your skincare application. Eye cream is a necessity. I love the one from Doterra. This is their anti-aging eye cream. And I love it because it contains essential oils in it that really help with anti-aging in the eye area. So I actually do like half a pump. You could use the metal ball that is on the applicator, but for this video I'm just gonna go and gently rub them in with my ring fingers. Typically on the day-to-day, I always use my rose quartz roller. If you've seen my previous video from months ago, I just love to do this. Great cooling sensation. It's also a great time of the year to use this because with sunbathing and being out and being hot, this is a really great cooling effect for the skin. So you can check out my video on my rose quartz roller, what it is and how to use it. After that, I always start my makeup applications with my eyes. Now, it's just something that I've done forever and ever, but I take the Hynt Beauty concealer. This is their Duet Perfecting Concealer, and I'm going to use this as my primer for my eye look. This is a great way to get dual duty out of eyes staying in place. So if you're a concealer junkie like I am, this concealer is really good because it's got a strong pigment, but it's not overbearing, and it's a great base for your makeup application. Now, when it comes to eyeshadow in the summer, I like to keep it simple, and most days I really do, even throughout the year. Beauty Counter came out with this palette about a year or two ago, and I love it, as you could tell. I love any colors that contain champagnes, golds, bronzes. I just find them to be so gorgeous on the lid itself. So any colors, I'll give you guys some options in the description box on some of the palettes that I like, but they also have another palette directed towards, you know, champagnes, golds, and bronzes, so you could check that out. So I'm just gonna go in with a basic nude shade, and I'm just gonna set the lid. You don't have to do this, but I do like to do this because this helps keep the eyeshadow in place. This is a Sigma brush that I'm using. I have a video on my favorite foundation brushes and my favorite brushes to use. I'm gonna link that down below so you guys can check it out. So I'm gonna go in with 2 shades in my crease. Again, very soft matte shades that are neutrals, so earth tones. That's a great neutral for me. So what I like to do is just pop it right in my crease, and again, this is super fast. This look should take you no more than 10 minutes, I mean tops. I've worn this to parties in the summer, birthday parties, going out, work. I just had work recently all weekend, and I got a lot of questions. They loved the makeup look that I had, and this is basically what I did. Okay, so one is a lighter matte brown, and then the other one is going to be just a little bit deeper and warmer. And again, just go right into the crease. You want to build that crease up. Super easy. You can take a fluff brush, okay, and go over it. Very simple. I just take a bronzy shade, whichever I feel like it. Whichever one I feel. There's a copper, there's a gold, there's a bronze. I'm going to go in with the copper shade. I'm going to apply that to my entire lid. It's going to pop the lid because I have a tan right now. And I really like to tap it on to the eyeshadow. I like to tap it onto the eyelid, and it really opens up the eye. That's pretty much what I do for my shadow, but I'm going to enhance it a little bit, and I'm going to go with a deeper brown matte. It's called Espresso. This is, like I said, this is an older palette, but any deeper brown, a deeper wine shade is nice, and it's matte. I like to do that to add some definition to the eyelid. And then I can go back in with a little hint of a shimmery brown. That's it. That's all I do on the lids. Soft, simple, very glowy. Next up, I go in with mascara. My favorite mascara, probably for the past 5 or 6 months, has been from Ilia. I'll link it down below. I like it because it has 2 parts to the wand. There's a comb on one end, and then there's a bend on the other. And I happen to love that on the mascara. I get a great build from this mascara on my lashes, and it's good for you. It's really hard to find non-toxic mascaras that do the job, but this one definitely does it, and I love it. Next up, I go in with foundation. So check out my video. It's coming up in a few days on my top foundations, but this is from Juice Beauty. It's a Phytopigments Youth Compact Foundation, and I have the shade Golden Tan. I love it because, number one, you get a little mirror in here, and it comes in a compact like this. In my summer beauty must-haves, I mentioned the Fit Glow. That's one of my favorites, but this one I've been going to a lot as well. Gives you a little bit more coverage, and typically what I do is I take 1 pump out of this, and I'll disperse it like so. This is buildable, so if you want more coverage than what you're getting out of 1 pump, you go in with 2 pumps. I take my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe foundation brush, and now I start to blend it and tap it into my skin. Gives you a great glow, great finish on the skin. Every time I wear it, I get a ton of compliments that my skin looks flawless. I love this because it's an organic foundation. So typically I would leave it at this, but for this video, I just want to show you guys how it looks with 2 pumps. So like I said, it's buildable, and I just take it, and again, I tap it in so that it adheres to the skin really well. Now, Golden Tan is very tan, considering. Typically, I would probably be the shade beneath this one, and then in the real swing of winter, I would probably be like 1 shade lighter. So if you get tanner than me or my shade right now, then this would be great for summer. I love the pigment on this. I love the texture, and I love the way it glides onto my skin. I wore this foundation to a party not too long ago. Ton of compliments on my skin, and it's really all thanks to this and how I take care of my skincare. Next up, we're gonna go super simple. Going in with the Hynt Beauty Concealer again. What I like to do is take a little on my ring finger. You can always go in with a foundation brush if you like. And I just tap it. As you can see how pigmented it is. I tap it literally into the crease of my under eye. I don't do a triangle. I don't do what all these Instagrammers do, because you want to look fresh and clean. One thing I don't like is summer beauty makeup that is really overdone. I think it takes away from the beauty of summer and having a nice glow. So doing it this way will enhance the under eye, pop it, and open it up. Next up, I do my brows. Typically, I don't do anything over the top on my brows in summertime, but for this video, I figured I would just show you how I gently go in to where I have these patches of hair that need to be filled in. I'm currently using the Precision Brow Pencil from Senna. It's been hard to find a non-toxic brow pencil, but I just basically just fill in where it's sparse and then brush that out. These Instagram brows are just getting out of hand lately. And in person, they just look a little too much for me, a little too boxy. So I kind of take what I have and blend that out. Nice and simple for summer. So after that, I go in with bronzer. If you watched my summer beauty makeup must-haves, this is from Antonym. This is called Baked Blush. I take a little bit in Copper. The shade is Copper, and I take it, and what I do is I start to create that bronzy glow right here onto the cheekbone. As you could tell, I'm doing circular motions up, very pigmented, so a little goes a long way. I come to my hairline, gently come to my hairline. I bring this up right here, so you get a glow all around like a C. super easy to do. Next up, I go with Kosas. This is Papaya 1972. This is their blush. Again, I mentioned this in my summer beauty must-haves. But what I do is very simple. I take the blush, I tap, go to the apples of my cheeks, and just gently powder that in right there. Next, I take Laura Geller's Baked Gelato and Gilded Honey, one of my favorites for this time of the year. Take a highlighter brush, and I go right up to the cheekbone. So it gives you this really pretty glow. Right here again. And if you want to follow through, you take it, go up here, go right up here. And then whatever's left over, I just tap and I go right to the brow bone. Blend that in. You could bring a little down your nose. Last but not least, I go in with lips. So on my lips, I use this color from Giella. It's called Lip Glam. This is a custom formulated lip gloss, and I love lip gloss this time of the year. And to me, this color is just perfect for summertime. And that's it. So super easy on how I do my makeup.